Hi Aries, welcome to your quantum entanglement reading with me, Jocelyn, the Quantum Queen. So, let us begin. This is, of course, for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. There it is. And as always, welcome to my cross-watchers. Cross-watcher, you could be dealing with an Aries, and the message could actually be for you, so feel free to take it however it resonates with you and your situation. Keep in mind that these are timeless readings, and if you guys would like to book a one-on-one reading with me, you can find my information down below in the description box. And just as always wanted to say, thank you for liking, subscribing, and thank you for all the good karma donations. I appreciate it so, so much. Aries. Well, all right. Okay. Yeah, there is someone that you are in the process of blocking. Okay, like straight up. You're transforming, you're moving on. This person is not. Like they are still completely hung up on you. All right. It's interesting. Virgo had a little bit similar, but yours is going to be very different. Okay. So there is someone, I feel like, Aries, someone that still wants to be with you, like romantically. Okay, I'm gonna pull out the archetypes and see what else comes in with this. You're putting boundaries up, like straight up. You're coming in as Queen of Swords. Totally. Because I think what's happened is, for someone, this could be someone stalking-ish, you know. I'm not saying that to freak you out, but, I think at one time, no, I think that you're cutting them out. Let's see what comes out here, okay? Let me pull the archetypes first before I dive into this, okay? This person is mirroring you, so I'm going to dive into that because that Lover's card, that's always a mirror. That's the Gemini, it's the twin, and it's going to show you something about yourself. That's why. So, Aries, what's happening? It is showing you something about yourself, okay? Because I almost feel like there's a running from, okay? And whenever you run from something, it will literally chase after you. It is trauma that can be stored in your body for some of you. So this could be something where, let me just pull out one more card because I want to get their energy. That's hilarious. All right. Okay. You ready for this? This is the third time this card has popped out today. It was in, I believe, Pisces and Aquarius. So if that resonates with you in some way, shape, or form, you might want to go check out those readings. Aries. So what I was saying with both of those two signs is that the mother card, this actually could be your mother, okay? If it's not your mother, it's someone reflecting like the chemical patterning that's still in your being from your mother, okay? This is the going deep within because you've got this cave, right? That's going deep down, finding the answers. It's finding that light, and it's a cave, you know, like sometimes, and actually the way that I'm seeing that is it's kind of like the rabbit hole. What happens is this relationship, because of what happened between the two of you, and I'm going to get into the details of that for sure. I think that, this is what I'm going to say, okay? This person came in and you guys had maybe an amazing connection. They're still watching you, okay? They're feeling like a little bit left out, or, you know, like they want to be back in your life. And it's because the way that you guys had started out, I've talked about this. I think it was in Virgo's reading. What happened is you didn't have like the most boundaries. Okay, when you met each other, you had maybe shared too much, or just maybe got a little bit caught up in the connection. Maybe you became intimate. There's like all these different ways, okay? So what happened was you gave too much at the beginning, and what happened was maybe it started to become like a little bit claustrophobic. Like maybe this person's energy just started to become too much for you, started to almost cling to you. And that's why I'm saying it could be a reflection of your own mother. Because maybe you had a mother that was more that, and maybe is like this. Some of you, this actually could be your mother, like that she is checking up on you just like constantly, and maybe you're trying to like pull yourself back, you're trying to go into a cave, you're trying to block whoever this is, you're trying to block their energy, and it's like they're coming in with anything that they have, they're pulling out all the stops, like, and you will see they'll pull out the most ridiculous kind of excuses, or you know, like manipulations to try to pull you back in. Like this is hoovering straight up. Whatever is happening here, this person is trying to come back in. So here's what I'm going to tell you guys, because if you already know this, you're probably like, yeah, Jocelyn, I am very aware that this human will not leave me alone. What do I do? You have to, first off, like, keep the boundaries. This person sees you as an energy supply, okay? And yes, I'm not saying it's completely easy to shake this, but you have to not give any attention to it, okay? If you give attention, if you respond in any way, shape, or form, they're going to realize that you are still a source of energy. If you guys have watched the channel Knowing the Narcissist, that guy is fascinating, but the biggest quote that I love of his, like, if this is especially a narcissist that you're dealing with, it's someone extremely codependent and has a lot of addictions. Probably you are an addiction to this person, Aries. If that is the case, once you know, this is why I love that guy, H.G. Tudor. He says, when you know, you go. And you have to literally cut out in every way, shape, or form. Like for some, you might have to like change your number, go no contact, you pull yourself off of social media. Sometimes it takes those extremes. Sometimes it takes even moving to a different state or a different country just to get that distance there. Because with the mother card, look how possessive it is. It's like, you're the baby, nothing is going to come between. And I'm going to tell you guys that you will continue to come across this pattern in multiple relationships until you distance yourself from the main one. Okay? Straight up. It is, I've been referring to this across the board. It's like a hose of water, okay? Like, picture this for me. So if you have a hose of water, like hooked up to the main source of supply, right? And you have the water turned on. That water is running, and say you could keep going down the line of the hose, and there's a leak here and there's a leak there. Those represent the narcissistic relationships that you're going to come in contact with, okay, throughout your life, because you haven't shut off the water at the source. The water represents your energy. So if you haven't cut off that main supply, you'll continue to have leaks, which will cause other people to come into your life and want the same thing. So this is why they talk about that you almost have to entangle the same type of energy. You need to kind of go hermit mode, seclude yourself, you know, pull back, go into a cave, you know, like sometimes that can seem literal, but sometimes it's just like dropping off, you know, somewhere completely different that makes you inaccessible to a human that's addicted to you. Okay. Which I understand some of you are like, Jocelyn, I can't just move or leave. But if you kind of go, the Queen of Swords, if you start kind of going within and looking for answers, you will find the solution to this. Okay. And it will be quite easy, easier than you expect, but it has to be done in that frame of mind. Do you remember what I was saying at the beginning? You might be running from this person, and when you run, it's from a place of fear, and that is, it's an emotional response, and it will cause you to be a vibrational match to a low vibrational entity. It's just how it goes. Okay. hilarious. Everyone has been pulling the Tower freaking card today. Everyone. Okay, so let's see what comes out here. Aries. Yeah, okay, so Four of Swords. That's what's interesting. I think that you are maybe stressed about this. You've lost, you know, maybe some peace of mind. This is what needs to be flipped upside down. You need to get to, like, calm down, get into a meditative place, maybe even actually meditate. But what's positive is you're going to come into this place where you'll have the opportunity to heal, okay? You will be healing from this. But like I said, to find the answer, it's going to be through kind of calming down and meditating, because that's when you're going to start hearing, like, maybe what direction to go in, the solutions, and there it is, new beginning. Some of you, that could be travel, okay? You might be moving somewhere, you might be making a huge leap, because that's where the universe will lead you. That's exactly what I was saying. If you quiet your mind, stop those brain chemical releases, especially with cortisol. Cortisol is like the biggest blockage from your connection to the universe. So the Fool card, here's where when you calm down, you're going to see the direction to go in, and you're going to see that you're going to rely on the universe the whole time. That's the trust process. That's where when you take a step, you don't know where your foot's going to land. Okay, but that's where you have the trust and the faith that the universe is going to catch you as you make the leaps into the unknown. Okay. And there it is. Like I said, could be travel across the world and boundaries. There you are, cutting this out completely. And it takes dedication. That's why I was saying it'll take a lot of you working on your own vibration, because when you attracted this person in the first place, and some of you, like, it's mother, so you have to go through an alchemizing process, because your shadow is going to be reflecting. You'll notice every time you fall into, like, shame, guilt, and fear, it's going to make you a match to them, because you're disempowering yourself in some way, shape, or form. So that's actually the weird kind of, what word is best for it? It's like the weird solution to this whole issue, or the dichotomy of this. You know, the biggest riddle is that the thing that prevents it is you... Shoot, I just lost it. Crap. What was I just saying? Son of a freaking... What was it? I was saying how... Dude, I totally lost it. Son of a... Oh, that's what I was saying. Okay, so whenever you start to feel disempowered, because of the entanglement with this person, especially, you know, we're talking about the source of this energy. And it can take a lot for you to overcome the amount of shame, guilt, and fear that this person, this human, has over you, okay? That's why this Lover's card, it's so intense, because the shadow side of this card, the love-hate of the Lover's relationship, right? It's duality, partnerships, conflicting choices, attachments. The shadow side, disharmony, distrust, jealousy, friction, frustrations. That's the love-hate that we can go between with relationships. So with family relationships, romantic relationships, any of the romantic relationships or friendships, though, they're just going to completely reflect everything from your childhood, okay? So that's why I was saying... the way to get through this is going to be through your boundaries, like going absolutely no contact. It's cutting the umbilical cord. And once you do that, once that's severed, you're shutting off the main supply. Like, this is where a lot of our society is kind of off in the, you know, bushes. Like, we don't totally know what we're doing wrong, why everyone's so crazy. It's because a lot of things are being done out of fear. And so fear, that's the self-preservation. And a lot of parents, you know, obviously for good reason, are afraid of the world. But they can sometimes constrict us with that. That's why, look, this person is completely in control and trying to keep it that way. That Emperor card has been coming out constantly today. Constantly. This person wants to keep you in the exact place you're in. Because the Emperor is a bigger energy than the Queen of Swords. So the interesting thing though is here you are, Aries, trying to put up boundaries, you know, trying to continue to do this. But sometimes this person is able to enter in through different manipulation tactics. And that's where you're going to need to educate yourself. The Queen of Swords, that's very critical, black and white thinking, very logical, because you need to like arm yourself with wisdom and knowledge. The more that you educate yourself and you're able to see the manipulation when it comes in, the easier it will be for you to block. Okay, you're going to have to counteract it because this person's going to come in to try to manipulate with your emotions. And that's why you've got to come in with all this swords, this detached energy, air sign, detached in your emotional responses. So they're going to try to get anger from you. They're going to try to get positivity. They're going to, oops, sorry, my dog kind of fell on the cord. So like I was saying, this person is going to try to come in to hit on all of your emotional buttons as you cut them out, okay? They're going to go into full-blown panic mode. This is what I was telling everyone else. So this is why the entanglement is so strong here, because this is ultimately what you're kind of alchemizing into. You're stepping into the Emperor yourself. You're becoming truly independent in your life. And so with that process, you're going to be breaking all codependent habits in every way, shape, and form in your life. In work, this can reflect everywhere. This can manifest in your work environment, in your friendships, in everything. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to dive into the extended with this. If you guys want to join me over there, feel free. Just go down below, click on the Vimeo link, and I'll see you on the other side. But Aries, if this is where we leave things, I'm sending you guys so much love, wishing you all the very best, and I'll see you in your next reading. Take care.